All right. So, usually we drink out of some crazy bottles and shit on this wonderful podcast. But as we've got a nice, wonderful guest here, my buddy Serge from a very, very long time ago. We're not gonna do crazy drinks,
Sure.
but I've got me a nice little Coca-Cola cup. What do you got, Serge?
I got one of Kayla's drinks. Some
What
Jack.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, this one's really good. Spicy lime, bro. You gotta try it.
What's the percentage on that?
I mean, I want to say like three. You see my weight? 3 in, and I'm feeling it. So
Okay, okay. But I like how you're sticking with the margarita vibe.
yeah.
If you get it, you
And
get
then
it.
after that one, I
Um,
got twisted teeth.
but yeah, no, this is my buddy Sergio. I've known him since what was it, middle school, right?
Yes, sir. Middle school.
Was it sixth grade? Like beginning of middle school, or did we not meet until like
Um,
mid?
no, it was a start of middle school because I had just moved from Arizona, and then I had to drive a bus to school, and that's where you, me, and Matthew started talking. To be honest.
Okay, yeah. I miss Matt. Matt was,
Have you seen him?
dude. He is jacked.
He's jacked
Bro,
as fuck, bro.
he actually lives only like what 3 hours from me or something like that. He's in
Oh, really? He's up there?
yeah,
I didn't even know he moved out.
I'm pretty sure he's in Knoxville going to college still. Unless he already fully
Damn.
graduated, and I mean otherwise he still might be in Knoxville.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just seen that he's been going to the gym a lot.
Oh yeah, dude, he is jacked. I mean, he was already like pretty fucking solid back in middle school
8 foot.
and high school. Yeah, dude.
8 foot in middle
I
school.
mean, that's why we called him Big Asian Matt, bro.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, dude, he has been lifting crazy weights. Like, actually, hasn't he
Yeah.
doing lifting competitions as well?
I cannot tell you if he is or not, to be honest.
Uh,
I just seen his workout
Oh yeah,
progressions
his
that he's
shit
been
is
posting.
his shit is wild, and I'm jealous as fuck.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I don't get to fully work out. I keep telling myself, I'm like, we need to work out, we need to work out, and then I put my fingers in
Yeah.
more things for me to have to do, and I just don't have the time anymore.
I know. The thing that makes me mad is like since I work construction, I was like, my body's gotta be fit, but it's not, bro. Like pisses me off. I gotta work
I
and
mean-
sweat every day.
You still look pretty fucking solid.
Sucks.
You know, you're still pretty solid. I mean, I gotta think that you're probably a little bit heftier back in school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
Looking back
looking
at the
solid.
pictures, I was skinnier in high school, bro.
Really?
I got chunkier now, yeah.
Oh yeah,
dude.
no, and it just happens with kids. Now I jiggle. I don't, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
have.
know.
You remember me back in high school? I didn't have like an ounce of body fat. Now, now I
Bro,
jiggle.
yeah, dude. It's these kids, bro. It's
Bro.
called dad taxes, bro. We gotta cover every candy.
Dude, you're telling me
Sorry.
I got a whole bag of candy sitting on the fucking table right now.
I know, freaking Easter, bro.
Easter candy.
I want to say since Easter, I've ate a pound of Smarties because the kids have a whole bunch of
Smarties. I'm not a big fan of Smarties. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I tend to I like to gravitate towards
I
the,
get-
the chocolates and stuff, but
Yeah.
even at that, I don't do sweets all that much.
Yeah.
My sweets is this wonderful fucking drink that sits next to me. That's that's my sugar intake.
Yeah. Thank
But
you, baby.
what have you been up to? What's new in your life?
New. Nothing really besides my 1 year anniversary coming up.
Ooh,
May 24th. Yeah.
hell yeah.
1 year married, bro. You missed out. You should have been there.
I know. Dude, I had a whole fucking plan for maybe possibly even setting up an iPad or something that I could sit
I really
there,
wanted
but-
to. I really wanted to go to CVS and get a giant cutout of like body size.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And
you
just
were
have you in
mentioning
the background.
that.
That was our plan. Yeah, that
Dude,
was the plan. But
that
we
would've
just
been
couldn't. There was so much
awesome.
to do.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
actually I want to say that I was a little bit low on funds. Otherwise, I would have actually purchased it and sent it off. But yeah, no, I didn't get
Yeah.
to do that either. So it
No,
really
that was my
sucks that I missed
plan.
the wedding.
Yeah,
But-
it's all good, bro.
It still looked like a great time. Of course, you sent me the whole like photo album from the site or whatever. Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. It was actually
It
just
was nice.
crazy beautiful.
We had country and then we had Mexican country, so
Mexican
the
country.
vibes. Yeah, that's like there's like different kinds of. I mean, Mexico's just kind of like the U.S. You know, like we got our country, and then we got like our ghetto, and we
Well,
got
I'm only when it comes to Hispanic music, I've only heard like two Spanish types of music or two Spanish genres, and one would be
yeah,
rap, of course. You know, every
yeah, right.
everybody's got rap. I listen to Romanian rap, but yeah, it's rap, and then the other one would just be like your stereotypical type thing where you go into like a Mexican restaurant and they got like the fucking the the rattles or whatever the
Rockers.
fuck, yeah, maracas
Yeah,
and type shit. You know what I mean? That's all I've like
yeah.
heard. So I've never actually listened to any. Yeah.
I gotta hook you up with some country.
Oh, please send me all the Mexican country you possibly can. I would love
You
to
got
hear
it,
some.
bro. You
Give me
got it.
some recommendations. That sounds
I got
awesome.
Kayla hooked on it, bro. Kayla's into it. She likes that a lot.
Oh, dude, it just that sounds interesting. You know, I listen to all sorts of random shit. Like I said, I listen to Romanian rap, Russian rap, random Russian
Yeah.
songs occasionally. Um, but yeah, no, what kind of music do you listen to these days? Just in the chill vibe,
Um,
or
yeah, as of right now, I've gone from I was into EDM for a very long time, bro. I don't know
really?
why.
I don't remember
Or
you
in
listening to
construction,
EDM.
it's just
When?
cool.
Just when you started working is when you started getting into it.
Like, no, I've always been even since like high school and stuff. But like I'm saying, now working construction, nothing motivates me more than like I don't know, like the beat and like it's just so like uplifting
Yeah,
because it's just like
yeah.
energy. So like it keeps you going, you know,
Dude,
especially at
EDM,
work.
drum and bass, you know, old school techno. Oh, fucking love it all.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
actually I've been trying to recreate my my EDM playlist because of course I only had like you were thinking back in the day Spotify wasn't a fucking thing.
yeah,
So now that I use Spotify, I've been trying to rebuild some of my EDM playlist slowly but surely.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Dude, I mean, you know, I didn't start getting into EDM until later high school, where my brother would go to the clubs a bunch, and then so he started hearing a lot of this shit, and that's where I started
Yeah.
transferring into it. And now I got like my buddy CMD, and you know he listens to a lot of you know EDM and drum and bass and stuff like that. So
Oh, nice.
it's been really trying to kick that feeling
Yeah.
back up, and it's quite great. It's quite great.
Yeah, because I remember, I can't remember when it was, but you sent me the, what is it, what song was it? You were into it. You just kept telling me like, oh, you
Uh,
gotta listen to it. It was like,
the
let's get
business.
down, let's get
Yeah,
down.
the
Yeah.
business. I know exactly which one. Dude, the business is great. I don't even know that dude's name. Tiesto or something like that.
Yeah. It's so simple. He says like barely anything, but it's good.
Oh, it's
Like
so good. It's so good. And it's in the music video, fucking spot on, dude. The
really?
music, yeah, dude. You go watch the music video. It's basically like this kind of a gothic-ish type chick. She walks inside of
Yeah.
a morgue with a old-fashioned radio and it has like a little cassette player in it, and she puts the tape
Yeah.
in and like starts playing it, and that's when the song starts kicking in, and it's like let's get down to business, and then as soon as the beat starts kicking in, you'll start to hear the snaps come in, and then if you go watch the music video, it's the corpse sitting there going under the rag. It's fucking cool as shit. And then she basically goes on this whole journey throughout the night with this corpse, and then when the sun starts to rise, he just disappears. Oh, dude, it's great.
Yeah.
You should go watch it. It's
I
actually
need to,
really
yeah.
it's really dope. It's really dope. But so
I've never seen it.
yeah, so you just stick around with EDM these days, or you've been
Um, I literally just let, cause I have the YouTube thing, so like I literally just let YouTube make my night. Like it'll be EDM, and then it'll go like switch over like Mexican country, and then whatever. Next you know, Chris Brown is on. Like
See, that
I'm
sounds
just letting my YouTube do
that sounds like
anything I want, to be honest.
yeah, it sounds like my stream playlist. You know, it's always
Yeah,
that just random mix. You know, I have a little bit of EDM in my stream playlist, and then it's like heavy metal, lighter rock, some weird fucking what would you call them even? Like just comedy-ish music. at times, and then it'd be like, you know, death metal and then random country song, and yeah. So
Comedy like Slim Shady comedy kind
no,
of
no,
music?
not Slim Shady. It's. Have you ever heard of Tobuscus? He's an old YouTuber.
I don't think so. I might
so
have.
there's a few songs that are like just really dumb. Oh, there's that one AI song that I have in there. I glued my balls to my butthole again.
Yeah,
I
no,
glued
I
my
never heard
balls
that.
to my
I've
butthole
never.
again. Oh my! What did
That's
I
just
do?
on your playlist, Corey.
Dude,
That's
yes,
just your
it is on my
playlist, bro.
stream playlist. Also, what's the other one? It's a Russian singer, but he sings in English, and it's called like what was it called? It was called like don't why'd you do that to my mom or something like that. It's basically a song about basically his best friend started fucking his mom. that's that's basically what the song is about. It's actually pretty fucking funny and very catchy. I love it. So yeah, of course, like I said, I listen to a lot of random shit, dude.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do, Corey.
I can change your life with the types of music that I've got.
It's literally, there hasn't been a time where, like, honestly, at this point, I kind of just like learned to ignore it. But as soon as I open up your stream, it's always the most random song imaginable. Like, it's never like.
I mean,
It could be like,
you're telling me you don't like when one of my chatters decide to throw up "Pray the Gay Away" or Dixon Dallas talking about screwing dudes.
bro, literally every time I'm like, "Ugh." I just shoot you. Hey, what's up? That's it.
You
I'll
just
be
ignore it. You're like,
lurking.
I just don't even acknowledge it. It's fine. Dude, I swear they play some of the most ridiculous shit, and I've got a couple viewers that literally lay out the most ridiculous shit, like things for how did you find this type shit, and it's on Spotify somehow, and they will play it for me, and I'm like, bro, what? Dude, I had one viewer. He popped in for one stream, and he was there for maybe an hour, and he was playing music. I have one of their songs added to a random playlist, and it's called Rando, and where I just stick shit, so I can actually just like play some random bullshit or whatever, because I don't really have a playlist that I want to stick it in. And the whole theme of it is just farting and shitting, I do believe. Every single song talked about farting and shitting. Like, I was like, okay. But I have one of the songs so I can look it up at any time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The stuff some people do.
Dude, I'm telling
I'm
you.
gonna get. I'm supposed to be able to talk, babe. She's already handing me shots and stuff.
Oh, shit? What the fuck? We taking shots now?
I know. She gave me the little whipped cream.
Oh, shit, the 99 whip? I think I actually have one of
Yeah.
those in the cabinet over there, but I'm not going to drink that. I'll take a shot of Jaeger if you want to take a shot of Jaeger.
I don't know.
Or take a shot of something.
Pretty cool.
Is that what you want to do? You want to take a shot of something?
49% alcohol.
Yeah.
We'll leave that towards middle of the podcast or something.
I mean, we are still pretty early in this, ain't we?
Yeah, dude. I just got off work. I was been in the sun all day. Haven't ate. I'm gonna feel it. really. I'm dehydrated. It's gonna hit me hard.
Bro, actually, I meant one of the things I meant to do was look. I've still even got my water bottle from today. It's empty. I meant to actually fill it up and drink it before I even started drinking, but we're already in it. So
Yeah, that was really one of my things before putting the webcam on was clearing out the 5 water bottles that I had in here. Empty, of course.
empty, of course.
Bro, playing VR, bro, you're gonna be drinking water, bro.
Oh,
You're
I
moving
wouldn't doubt
and
it.
shit.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'd be
Yeah,
fucking all over the
sweating.
place. I'd be sweating like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I keep my house pretty
Now you're
damn
like-
cold.
I was like, man, who wants like the attachment that has like a fan that blows? I'm like, my eyes are gonna dry up. Man, you need the fan attachment, bro. If you're gonna be playing for hours, like 2 hours in, you're already your forehead's like covered in sweat.
I'm gonna
and,
stick
like,
a-
you're mid fight.
I'm gonna take a box fan and stick it somewhere.
Yeah, dude.
Oh god damn! You alright?
You saw that?
Yeah,
I'm just glad it didn't land in
I saw
my
it
eye, bro.
fucking fly.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Get a margarita in your eye? That would suck.
Oh yeah.
Spicy lemon?
That would be pretty bad. What'd you do? Okay. Um, well, go let it dry. Okay, and then she's off in the background flicking off the camera. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, family's home. Hopefully they don't, crash the party.
It's your other Hispanic.
Yes, I know.
Three of them.
I know. It's great. I'll eventually get Kenny on here. It's been a minute since I talked to Kenny. You know he's back in Florida, right?
I think you and Caleb talked about it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's back in Clearwater. He got a new job. He's making some pretty good money. And last time I talked to him, he said he was going through a program that would allow him to actually start up his own company. So,
Hell yeah.
He's looking
he's actually.
Mexican right
I wouldn't doubt it. but but yeah, no. So that was the last time I heard from him. But actually, one thing that I was actually thinking about just the other day. Whatever happened to what was it called? Bulldog Power Wash?
Oh, Mad Bull.
Mad
pressure
Bull.
Washing. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so are you still doing that? Did you just give up on it? What happened?
I was doing it, and I was doing like pretty good, where I was getting like maybe 3 jobs for myself like a week, and it was like pretty decent money. Like it was on top of what I was making. It was
wait, just like profits from the company. What are we talking? Like yeah, I guess you don't have to give exact
Profit was-
digits, but like you're
yeah,
actually
the
making
profits
some
was,
kind
like-
of profit, right?
Yeah, like my dad liked the idea, so like, literally I ended up getting daddy's money basically. So he ended up buying me like the hoses, like he gave me the pressure washer, so I kind of didn't have to like pay for anything. And then the only thing I ever had to buy was like the bleach whenever I did like the pressure washing jobs. And like 1 gallon of bleach, it's like concentrated, it's like some good strong shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like $5, and then you mix it with water, and that was my expense. And then so I would wash a trailer for like $3.75 was like my low cost, and I would do like maybe
Okay.
one. I was making like 700, 800 a week
Damn.
on the side. Yeah.
And so, are you still doing it, or did you just kind of give up on it for now?
Literally 2 weeks ago, I sold everything.
You sold
Just like
the
working with
company?
my dad. Yeah.
What
Literally
the
working
fuck?
with my dad. Yeah, literally working with my dad. I'm working day and night. I had no like
Okay.
way of keeping it
So,
alive.
who did you sell it to?
Kayla's Kayla's mom's boyfriend. He
Okay.
wanted the stuff, so I just ended up selling everything to him.
Did you actually charge him for the company or just the materials?
No, just my equipment that I had, yeah.
Okay.
Because I had everything in the storage unit, and then I was like, all right, I'm not doing anything with it. It's just taking my money away at this point, so I just sold it. And then,
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
yeah.
Because what brought it up in my mind was I just started training a dude at work, and he he said he had his own okay. He said he had a pressure washing business as well, and he said he ended up selling it. He said he got real bad on drugs and everything, and his buddy was basically taking care of all the paperwork and stuff, so since his buddy was already taking care of the paperwork and stuff, and he was real bad, and he was kind of like falling out of the company, he was like, all right, I just sold the company off to him, and that was kind of the end of it. And he's like, my buddy said that he would be willing to give it back, or go back 50-50 with him at any time, and he was like, no, you're already all in it. You take it. So he ended
What
up
a good
just getting
guy.
rid of it. Yeah,
Honest
I mean
guy.
that's
Yeah.
about as respectful as it get when it comes to a crazy drug user. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said he was like real deep into it at that time, which is unfortunate. But I mean, at least it was it's very rare to find an honest man in that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially with going through that.
Yeah. So I mean, it just brought up that question. I was like, oh, you know what? I need to check on Sergio about that. You know? It sucks to hear that you gave it off though. If you were making some money.
I did like I got rid of Mad Bull pressure washing.
Yeah.
And now I'm into like on the side I'm doing I think I already told you I'm taking like courses for concrete, like textured concrete, and then like epoxy.
Oh god, I fucking hate epoxy.
Yeah,
But no,
I
I
don't
get
like
it.
it.
It sucks.
I've done 2 jobs, and then it's like it's annoying. Anything can mess it up.
Yeah, it's the easiest fucking thing to mess up, and then on top of
Yeah.
that, it's just sticky. Fucking, it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
You got like a 50-50 shot whether you're allergic to it or not. It's awful.
Yeah,
dude.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, like of course, my job we use epoxy. We
Yeah.
epoxy everything, and so with doing that, everybody who joins the job, you've got a 50-50 shot. You're like after the first day of them actually doing the job. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow, and let's see if this sticks around.
Yeah.
Every single time. I've seen people get just like their arms get a little red or whatever,
Yeah.
all the way up to
Hard chemicals.
yeah, I've seen, like I said, a little bit of redness on the arms or something, and then I've seen it all the
Yeah.
way to where a chick literally walked in the building with an eye closed shut, fucking couldn't see, fucking just blowed up like
Yeah.
a balloon, and it's like,
Yeah.
god damn, dude, it sucks.
Yeah, no.
I've only had one problem with it. I've gotten a little bit on my skin or whatever, and there was only one time where it actually really started to irritate my skin. And I told my team leader, I'm like, hey man, if I see this shit again, I'm out. I'm not
Yeah.
dealing with this.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to let epoxy sit on you. It doesn't matter if you're allergic to it or not. It gets hot. Epoxy gets like very hot. It will catch. Because depending on what, even when I used to work at the boats, like the yacht place,
hmm
we would mix kind of like an epoxy glue,
Yeah.
and then right after we're done mixing it in a little paper cup, we have to take it into a firebox and leave it in there and let it burn out. There's nothing you can do to stop it. You can't like put water on it or anything. It's meant to just combust in there.
Oh, that's crazy.
Epoxy gets really hot.
Well, we stick epoxy on all this bullshit, and then we stick it off into an oven at like, I think they said like 800 degrees for 8 hours or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, and it basically turns it into a fucking rock. It all becomes one piece at the end of it. I promise.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude. Actually, at my job today, actually it was last night, but the events traveled off into today. Apparently, we had like the fire department in the building and two different chemical contamination companies in there because somebody mixed the wrong chemicals, and if it's
Gas.
no, I mean maybe it's some kind of varnish. But they mixed the wrong chemicals or whatever, and the last time they did it was a couple years back. And basically, what happens is it'll eventually solidify, and then they have to rip out the whole fucking thing and then replace it, which is a lot of money to replace. So apparently, last night when this dude fucked up and mixed the wrong chemicals, it started to do the solidify thing, and he's like, oh, well, the maintenance team came over, and they were like, yeah, just we're going to jack up the temperature on this bitch so it can't solidify, it'll stay a liquid, and then we're going to pump it all out. Okay, decent plan, not bad. Until he decided to pump it out into plastic totes. What is really, really hot shit, such as almost lava, to put in plastic too? You know what I mean? So
Crazy.
Yeah, so he dumped them in these plastic totes, and surely, like within a minute or two of it being pumped into there, it literally started just literally melting holes in it, and just started dumping everywhere. The fumes started getting crazy. They shut down the whole that whole side of the building.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
They need to fire that man, bro. That's
Dude,
crazy.
somebody's getting fired. From what I heard, it could be up to like a $1.5 million fix right now.
Damn.
Yeah, somebody's getting fired.
Crazy.
Somebody's getting fired.
I know they broke so many rules, like putting it in the oven and all that extra stuff.
It's gonna be really bad. I don't know what's gonna happen. Crazy. I don't work on that side of the building. I don't fucking know what goes over there. But yeah, I just have never heard of such. The last thing I heard about like mixing the wrong chemicals was back when I lived in Jackson, Florida. There was a place that I worked, and not far from the building that I worked in, there was a paper mill that worked over there. and apparently somebody mixed the wrong chemicals. It ended up exploding. If you drive through that area today, you can smell it. And that happened like fucking, what was it? They said it happened like 12 to 14 years ago, and you can still drive through there and you smell it. It's there. It's so bad, dude.
Oh god.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. And you think about shit like that with, like, that's just chemical smells and shit, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine Chernobyl.
I know.
Where it's radioactive.
I know, dude.
They still say there's fucking skeletons and shit in there, and oh god.
Well, they got, what is it called? The weird blob thing, the elephant foot. It's like
Elephant foot?
melted. Yeah, it's in Chernobyl. It's like melted graphite, melted something. It's like whatever metal, but it's like super radioactive. Like they can't even like get cameras like really close to it to take good pictures of it. They just call it elephant foot because it's like it's coming out of a hole, and it's like drooping down, and it looks like an elephant foot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just,
That's
but
interesting.
it's like it's the deadliest element or whatever that was created from Chernobyl.
Oh
Like,
man,
they-
that's crazy.
Russia being Russia, like they're like, oh, what can we do? Like, what can we do to experiment with it? They shot at it. That was like, yeah,
Russia, bro.
yeah, they shot at it, bro.
Actually,
But
there's
nothing happened.
there's actually like a Russian site apparently that you can go to, and you can pay $2,000 a day, and you go on a boat, and you're trying to shoot Somalian pirates.
That is
Like
crazy,
actual
right?
people. Like, so you pay them $2,000, you go on a boat, they sit there and just roll this boat in a certain path that pirates like to try to catch because it's a transport site. So they're like rolling this boat as like a bait, and then if you see a Somalian pirate boat, you get to shoot a fucking rocket at it and just kill people.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
I heard that shit and it blew my mind. I was like, that's a real thing? But then again, I was like,
Who does that?
It's Russia. Got it.
Russia? Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
But no, with Chernobyl though, a buddy of mine, we are going to actually buy Chernobyl whiskey and I think it's Chernobyl vodka. So they have a whiskey, or no, I think it's a tequila and a vodka. And
Tequila from Chernobyl.
I want
That's
to,
crazy.
yeah. So it's basically plants that they purposely grow near Chernobyl.
Uh-huh.
And they harvest the plants, and then they make it into actual booze. It's
Bro, that's
crazy.
crazy.
If I can find the site, or actually he sent it to me, so I'll have to search back in some messages. But yes,
Yeah.
there is a site for Chernobyl grown crops, and they make it into booze, and they're like,
Bro, that's
yeah,
crazy.
it should be safe. They're like, we're like 90% sure there's no radiation that attaches to this. I'm like, safe enough for me. I want to buy it.
Try it, Corey. Try it, bro. Definitely
Oh,
gotta
dude,
be
no, like I said,
podcast.
100% I'm buying it. And with the site, you have two different choices with the, like I said, the vodka and the tequila. And then they have like their separate version, which is the same vodka and tequila, but it also comes in like a nice packaging box, beautiful box and everything. And I was like, we got to get the box. And it's like an extra $10. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'll get that nice, pretty wooden box to come with my Chernobyl whiskey or whatever the fuck, you know?
You gotta buy like a cheap what is it the little scanner that scans
Oh,
to see how
the
radioactive
fuck,
stuff is?
I forget what that's called off the top of my head.
I literally don't even know what it's
Yeah,
called.
I was about to say not something, but that's not it. It's the radio detector thing, whatever it's called. Y'all
Yeah.
correct me in the comments.
Yeah, you gotta swing over the box, see how radioactive it is.
Dude, I would love to test that just to see if there is any kind of radioactivity on that. You know, there's people out there that actually search for radioactive stuff.
I seen the uranium glass.
Yeah,
stuff.
uranium glass shit. And so it's
Yeah.
all ceramic and glass stuff, and they have people where they take their pen or whatever and they run it across it, or they just go in there with a black light and just see if
I would say
anything
I've seen the black
glows,
light one,
glows.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's also a pen that you can do that it as soon as you mark it, if it's not, then nothing happens. But if you mark it, and it might actually have like a little hint of some kind of color, and they're like, okay, so this actually is, radium glass, and people just collect that shit, and I don't understand why, because now you have a cabinet full of radiation. And it's like, I don't know if that's safe.
Low radiation.
It's
Corey.
very low.
Creates more.
But imagine packing a whole shelf worth of that shit. Is it really that low anymore?
I think it stays low. It should stay low.
Think?
It's not like it's like merging into one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the science on that. Maybe somebody can correct me. I don't know one of these days. It's
maybe.
I mean, I just feel like if you collect a lot of radioactivity shit, maybe it actually starts to collect. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Yeah.
But then again, a microwave is the
idea.
same shit, and I think even they've started to discover that air fryers actually radiate like a crazy amount of radiation.
Really?
Yeah.
I just seen that air fryers are adding a lot of lead into food as well, just because of the metal, like the metal coating, whatever. Some of them have lead in it.
Well, that doesn't make any
That's
sense. I mean, you
It's
say like
giving,
the actual like the base where you
'Cause
put the
it's like-
food in, or are you talking about like from the
Yeah, because
coils
it's coated.
being?
Yeah. No, not the coils. It's like the tray. It's like made out of metal, but it's coated with the non-stick paint, so that no food sticks on it or whatever.
Yeah, I forget what that's called.
Like-
but yeah, that
yeah,
shit's really
whatever.
bad for you as well.
Yeah.
Which
so
I mean,
that,
we remember all our fucking pots and pans used to be made out of that shit. I still got a few of them where
Yeah.
the shit's chipping off and shit. I don't
Yeah,
use them
no, we
much
threw those
anymore.
away.
Yeah, no, I still have a few of them as like a just in case I need it type thing, but
Yeah.
I don't use them that often. I got a whole new set.
Yeah, no, we got rid of them.
You you got a
Heck
whole
it.
fancy cooking set now?
Yeah, Caleb made me buy some little pink set for
Pink.
pots and pans.
Oh
Yeah.
fucking hell! Mine all looks like
fine.
copper.
Food tastes the same.
The food tastes the same. Dude, what was it? My brother, I went over to his house one day and, he said he would grill up some food. I was like, all right, sure, I'll stop by. And I forget, his little girlfriend, whatever that she might be, I know it's rough, but she had bought like one of those cookware sets from one of the, fucking fancy cook chefs, whatever the fucks. Dude, it was the worst thing I ever seen in my life. I swear to God, it was so. It's like some teal with some flowers and shit, and then it came with like a whole set. So it had like a crock pot, some types of pots and pans, and then it came with like a can opener, but the can opener doesn't work.
That's crazy.
Literally, it's a hand one. So like you pop it
Yeah.
on, start doing the twist. Yeah, you pop that bitch on, and it's not sharp enough to pierce the can.
That's crazy. Bro,
It's so bad.
but I feel
dude.
like it's not even just that one, bro. Because I bought, maybe this is like our fourth can opener, bro. They
Fourth?
just fall apart. Yeah, like they just lose, like the little wheel that stabs in, like keeps rotating. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like getting loose and it's not like biting anymore, but like it would just start not even twisting it. Like I don't know, like it just, the transmission goes bad or something. I don't know, bro. Like,
Transmission goes
but it's
bad
like,
on
it's
it.
like our fourth, yeah, dude. It's like our fourth one, dude. I hate the can openers. I want to buy
oh,
the
dude.
automatic one.
No,
in there.
I didn't even fucking want to buy that son of a bitch. No, I still only use hand ones, and I've had the same one since I was back in Florida in my apartment. My parents bought me that one. Yeah, like I said, when I had that apartment. So what has that been, like 8-9 years? I'd say about 8 years now. So I've had that same one, and then we also have an orange one that is left-handed because, of course, my woman is left-handed.
Really?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's left-handed, so we have a left-handed can opener as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my parents kind of bought it as like a little joke towards her, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
kind of useful. She's left-handed. She's like, perfect. Yeah, it's quite crazy.
I know, that's
Dude,
crazy.
I'm,
I didn't know they made them.
Oh yeah, no, they make a bunch of left-handed shit. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's sites dedicated to left-handed shit.
Left-handed stuff.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know there's a site for like all like a deaf person site. It's literally just normal day-to-day shit, except yeah,
Made
transferred
for
over
them.
to the deaf. Like alarm clocks, which comes with like a little cord and like a pad that you lay in your bed. So when your alarm clock starts going off, the little pad that you put in your bed starts to vibrate, so it'll wake you up.
I don't know how fast that would work for me though.
I know. It'd be. I mean, I don't know if something started
gotta be-
vibrating under
it's
me.
gotta-
I might be like,
I was
"Whoa,
say-
what the fuck?"
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it has to be very aggressive for you to wake up, to be honest. Because
I mean,
I don't know
maybe.
if that would wake me up. I
but
don't know if that would wake me up.
I know, and there's that. I mean, with deaf people, it's a completely different lifestyle, right? So you get used to
That is
some
true.
things like that.
Yeah.
But I know there's also like stuff like I think there's like a blinker setup, so like you can take a lamp and plug it in there and into the alarm clock, and then basically the alarm clock starts going off, and it just starts blinking lights on and off. So that's kind of a thing too.
He's sleeping, Corey. How's he gonna see the light?
He's not blind. So imagine.
Well,
No,
he's
how many
sleeping.
times have you been sleeping and the kids come in and flick on that fucking light and you go, "Fuck."
Actually, you know what? I think when you're talking about the flashing light ones is
Yeah.
if someone's at your doorbell.
No,
I
you
think
know
I've
you can
seen
set it
that.
up for everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they've rigged some crazy shit out there. they make
Yeah.
something work. If I'm not mistaken, my teacher said, I don't know if it's still like this today, but I know she said at one point, like in schools and shit, they like deaf and blind schools, they would have the fire alarm rigged up to wasabi cans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
so
smell.
if there's a fire, it would pierce the wasabi can, and everybody wake up fucking like, what the fuck, and then get the fuck out of the building.
Nova gas.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. What the
yeah.
hell?
I'm pretty sure that was a thing that Miss
What was her
Rockney
name?
used to tell me.
Miss Rockney.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Dude,
yeah.
I miss her so much. You know, I feel like
Yeah,
that's the
she-
only teacher that I can say I miss like a lot. You know what I mean?
Really? Yeah, she was cool.
Like, do you remember any other teachers that you had that you'd be like, you know, I'd love to go sit in a class of that again?
Mr. Pre, to be honest, Mr. Pre was cool.
Pre. Oh yeah, Pre. Actually, I heard that he doesn't teach anymore. Is that right?
No, yeah, he doesn't. Oh, I don't know if he. I think he quit because Chad was telling me that he was trying to start a lawn care business. Is what he was trying to go for.
I mean, he always loved the outside, and you know, he was on
does.
a weird journey in his life.
Yeah.
You know, he started that whole weird spiritual bullshit
Yep.
while he started teaching. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard that he started going a bit broke. He stopped teaching and then he went kind of like broke for a little bit, is what I heard.
Yeah. I think Chad said that he sent his work truck to get fixed. Didn't have the money to get it fixed, and drove off with the truck with no windshield. Like, he brought goggles to just put over his face.
That
Drove
sounds
the
like
truck.
some pre
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. He took off, but sadly for him, that day it rained heavy. and-
Oh no!
Yeah.
That
So-
would be awful.
yeah, his truck was dead, and he had to like rerun the wire system in his dash. And
Oh yeah, it would probably fucking fry all that, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
like if in my Tahoe, if the windshield broke, there's a bunch of cracks in my dash. Like it would just ruin the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
His
that
truck-
sucks.
Yeah, the truck he had for work was like old, like very old.
Was it the
So-
same little fucking red Ford or whatever the fuck that he drove?
No,
He was using that, or did he actually buy something else?
He bought like a bigger truck. Like it was
Like an actual like construction type truck, or
no, he bought like basically like kind of like a vintage truck for work. He bought like something from like the 90s.
okay? Yeah, that
Yeah.
it sucks to hear what happened to him.
Yeah.
You know, he like I said. I mean, he talked to us about all that. By the way, everybody, so Mr. Pre, he was our machining teacher back in high school. So we did metal machining, and he talked about a lot of being in the machining world, it just being long hours, making really good pay and everything. And then he decided to take a major pay cut and come teach us some shit. And
Major pay cut, bro.
oh, dude, and it sucks to hear that he quit teaching and then just like started going downhill a little bit. I hope that he's doing good. I really do. He was interesting. He started going on that weird spiritual journey, I guess. He'd be like, yeah, fucking take up as much space as you can. It makes you feel energized. And I'm like, okay, you're on drugs, bro. But stay over there, bub.
He's on them oils. He's on them oils.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I wonder if it has to do, after we left, the girl that lost 2 of her fingers. Remember?
You said what?
I'm saying, like, I wonder if they just got rid of his, like, machining in general in our high school. Because they were talking about getting rid of it, but they didn't because Pre was going to take over and, like, try to, like, save it.
Yeah.
But that girl ended up losing, like, 2 fingers.
I know. I remember that. I remember her, like, it peeled the skin off the scalp and everything, and then she lost 2 fingers. I mean, I remember that, but I don't think that actually stopped anything that I know of.
We didn't go back to machining.
Let me see. Here, let me quickly do it. I said okay. But yes. Let me take a quick look. I'm not gonna say the school. Don't say the school. know? They changed the name, didn't they? It's just the D.
No.
Oh, it's just H now.
No.
What? They changed the name completely?
L. Yeah.
Oh shit! Then maybe message me in Discord real quick with the name of the school, maybe. But yeah, no, I remember they changed the name of the school because they were like, "It's racist," and I'm like, not necessarily, but okay.
I want to say it's now called.
I wonder if I look it up by just the standard name. But yeah, no, I mean.
Maybe that.
But I want
me and Kayla drove.
Oh
past it
no, it's H.
Is it still H?
H.
HH.
Yeah. Because
I know
now
I know they got rid of our mascot.
Yeah, they
got rid
changed.
of our mascot.
They changed us to the R's. That sucks. But yeah, I want. Let's see. Did they get Wes? I said please no. Yeah, they're. See, I told you it's gonna be wild. You took too long to get in here, Chet. I swear to God, we tried to set this up at 4:00, and this man showed up at like 4:45.
I got off work, bro. I got off work pretty late. Hey, Connor.
All right. But yeah, no. So let me see. Still have metal. I typed in metal and it said detectors. Did they add metal detectors to the school, bro? We did have some crazy fucking riots. Do you remember that shit?
The fences are like 10 feet tall and like solid steel, bro. It looks like a prison now.
Oh my god, that's crazy that they fucking did that.
Because remember the front office, like the 2 parts in, like it's like the office, and then I forget what else is on the right side, but the middle was open and anyone could just like come in and out.
Yeah.
That's like fortified like crazy. Like it's like thick bars. Like it's crazy.
See, that's crazy that they went to those types of lengths. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm over here reading the list.
How many times did you leave school though?
How many times did I leave?
Yeah, it was so easy. I never skipped. Nothing. Really?
I never skipped. I think the only time I skipped was senior skip day. Actually, I don't even think I was there for that one.
That doesn't count. That doesn't even count.
Yeah, no, I think that's. I don't. Yeah, like I don't think I ever skipped, ever.
What? Really?
But that explains why I graduated and you didn't.
I guess that's true. Senior year, yeah, senior year is when I was skipping like crazy, bro. I was like leaving.
Well, I mean, I was gone halfway through the year anyway. You know, of course, I moved and everything, but yeah, no, I don't think I ever skipped. I don't think I ever skipped. Well, the thing was, is like, because if you accidentally skipped, or if you did skip, they would send a message off to your. Connor, hey, can we move for 1 second?
Yeah.
You know, they would call your parents and they would leave it like an automated voice message, and it's like, so if I skip, my mom's definitely gonna be like, "The fuck happened here?" You know, maybe you got away with it because your parents didn't speak English very well. I don't know.
They did. They questioned it every day, and I was like, I was there, dude.
I was fucking there.
I was there, dude.
I'm actually looking at their table of contents. It does not look like they have it anymore.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm saying. I know they wanted to get rid of it, and the reason they didn't was because he was gonna try and save it.
So I wonder what they did with it then. If they completely got rid of it. Pathways to graduation.
That's probably just credit recovery.
Wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm gonna have to actually dive a little deeper into that another time. But I wonder what they did with that whole area, because I mean, there's a lot of money worth of machinery in there as well. You know?
Yeah. I mean, Pre said everything was like vintage, like World War II, like submarine machinery.
Yeah,
like...
I've seen the high class shit. You know, in my job we have higher class lathes and CNC shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm talking like one of the ones that we have. We have two machines. I think they said cost like $2 million each.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then what is it? All I remember from that class, because was you were cutting what is it, the head for your hammer, and you blew up the piece that was cutting it, and then me and Keon had to dodge it and we almost died.
I don't remember that.
You literally, you were so pale and white, and you're like, I am done, and you went to the desk, bro.
I don't remember doing that.
You were so scared. You thought you killed us because it literally like flew up. It's like what is it, it was like the bit you were using was like a super skinny like metal piece, and it's just meant. Like,
it's meant to just to shear it off.
Yeah, and that's what you were doing, and then your dumbass like twisted the wrong thing and made it go sideways, and it shattered and blew up like glass.
I don't remember
me
that.
And Keon, really, bro?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
But
no,
me and Keon remember just metal fly, like, cause we're just watching over you. We're just staring over your part. And that shit just like flew past us and hit like the wall behind us, and then you were just shut everything off.
And I will.
You shut everything off, and you're like, I'm done, I'm out of here.
Dude, you know what's the scariest fucking thing? So before that whole incident with the girl, right? With, like I said, the peeling the scalp and fingers lost. Yeah. Before that happened, you remember I used to wear a beanie, right?
Yeah, your rainbow beanie.
Yeah, the rainbow beanie that I stole from my woman. But no, I remember that you're good. I had my hair down, right? I remember actually feeling like just a tiny portion of my hair. Actually, like I was sitting there just doing my job, you know, just sitting there fucking grinding away. And then I felt like actually like a tug of my hair, like real quick. And I was like,
yeah,
fuck? And I like moved my hair. I remember looking around. I was like, who the fuck is messing with me? And there was nobody around me. I was like, okay. So I tucked my hair back up in my beanie, and it must have been just like one little small strand was hanging out. So I wouldn't have had that whole situation like she did. But yeah, no, after that situation happened and I thought about it, I was like, oh, bro, that could have been me. Like, that could have been me.
It could have been my scalp.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. I mean, I feel for her. I feel really bad for her. I hope she's doing well in life, because that is a traumatic experience, bro. What would they say? Like, 30 staples or something stupid in her head. And then, of course, the loss of, like, half of 2 of her fingers. And she played guitar.
It's like, it's one whole one, and then I think it's her pinky and
No, I'm pretty sure
one right
it
next
said
to
it
your
was
pinky,
like
right?
I want to say it was just index and middle before they managed to stop the machine. I want to say it was like middle knuckle on the index, and then it was like the top knuckle of the her second finger, and that and she played guitar, and she's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was her left hand or right hand or whatever the case may be, but either way, it's
you're
gonna
gonna switch
really
around.
change everything in your life.
Yeah.
I don't even
And
know
she's
if
a bald spot.
yeah, I don't even know if she ever came back to the school. To be honest with you,
No, she did. Yeah.
did she come back?
Yeah,
Did
bro.
you see her?
everyone was
I mean, that'd
surprised.
be after me. I of course after
Yeah,
I
no,
left.
she was there. Yeah, she was there a lot. Yeah, she just went to school like nothing. That's the first thing she said when her fingers got ripped off. She's like, "Man, I can't play guitar anymore."
Yeah.
Like she wasn't crying. She wasn't like.
I
crazy.
mean, you could play guitar. I mean, my mother's cousin. I guess that's a distant cousin of mine as well. He lives in Mississippi. He is 100% blind, can't see shit. He sings and plays guitar. He doesn't play guitar like your standard, jun, 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 jun. No.
Yeah.
He actually plays it like a keyboard.
Oh, that's
So,
like the,
yeah,
what,
so-
the Chinese style.
Yeah, so he'll like put his fingers down and then he just strums the guitar and,
Yeah.
then he sings. He's actually really fucking good. He's actually really fucking good. Better than I'll ever be. And 100% blind.
Yeah.
But another thing when it comes to like the music, do you remember taking
Stephonics.
Yeah, Mr. Stephonics.
Yeah, I was
Taking
gonna bring it up.
or
I
what
was
is it
gonna
called?
bring it up,
Musical engineering, I think is what they call that.
I can't remember.
I think
yeah.
I want to say they called it musical engineering or sound engineering.
Yeah. Do you still have your Portal login so we could find that stuff? Because
Bro-
we did videos, we did voiceover, and then you did your song.
Yeah, we did
and then,
dude, the voiceover one was the one that I love most, and I think I have it somewhere. I can't remember if I do have my fucking portal. Maybe I can access or call the school and be like, hey, can I get my ID on that? I want to see. I want to see if I can't access that somewhere, or maybe I have it in an email somewhere from when Sydney sent it to me. I might have it in an email from Sydney.
I remember. I want to say like a couple years ago. I think you sent it to me or sent me a clip.
I think I did, but like I said, I'm gonna. You know what? After this recording, I'm gonna be searching. I'm gonna search
We
and see if
gotta
I find
do
it. I remember that you fucked up on one part. We did your recordings first, and then I did. I think my recording, and then of course Sydney didn't have any audio. Yeah, it was just me and you doing the voiceovers, and then he did all because he went the full length. Right? So he told us to change one thing in the entire thing. Either do voiceover, do ambient noise, or do like sound effects and music. And Sydney was like, fucking, let's wipe this shit and do it from start. And we were like, bet. Because, I think everybody else worked in groups of 2, and we worked in group of 3. I think
We had Sydney with us.
Oh, wait, no, it was a group of 4 for us. Yeah, you're right.
4.
No,
Who else did we have?
remember that big head Mexican dude? I forget what his fucking name was. He had a massive head on him. That's all I remember. He had a massive skull.
Dude, I thought the project was just you and me.
No. That was Sydney as well.
What? That's crazy. I don't remember him being in our group at all.
Yeah, no, Sydney was part of it. Like I said, if I send it to you, you can hear all the fucking ambient noise and the music and the sound effects and everything. And he actually did all of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that now.
And I just
we
remember-
just did the actual voices.
Yeah, just me and
he
you did the
all that.
voices. He did everything else in the
Yeah.
whole clip. And
Okay.
I remember you fucked up on one portion when we were trying to finalize everything. And so he put in all the sound effects and everything. And then right in the beginning, where the camera, it's like him talking to the boy, which was you, and I was the old man. We zoomed out. Like the camera zooms out on the video, and so you didn't add audio to that. So it was just like blank, but you can kind of see some movement going on, like he's talking.
Yeah.
So you didn't put any audio, so we were like, fuck, what do we do? He's like, I'm just gonna scrap one of the other audio cues. I'm gonna put it in there,
And put it in there?
and then we're gonna try to
Hey.
match it up the best we can. And then he added a shit ton of reverb, so it sounded like we were really far away, so you couldn't hear what you said. So we managed to save it with that, but it was.
Hey.
Dude, I like I said, I'm gonna have to find that clip. If I do find that clip, guys, I maybe I'll plug it in here, and y'all can maybe watch a portion of it. But yes, dude, that was the fucking best. That project was the best. But yeah, no, I miss some of that shit. Now, I remember teachers saying you're gonna miss school when you have to start working. No, not at all. I don't miss school at all. School sucks. They want you to sit down, not say a goddamn word, and learn shit that you don't want to fucking know. My job, I fucking do my job. I make some goddamn money, and now I get to actually have fun with my life. And you know what? I don't miss school at all. What I miss is just those few moments, you know, in school with certain teachers, certain things that they made stick in my brain forever. You know, and you know, just I miss some of that stuff. I would still, to this day, if I was able to, I would go into Miss Rockney's class and I would sit through a full session of sign language. I would love for that to happen if I could.
Let you. She said she loved her students.
Dude, she was amazing. She had one student that was like a triple. He was like a triple senior, or whatever the fuck you would call it, where you know he failed
Double
multiple
senior?
times. Or it was like a triple, dude. He was old as shit. He was like she said that he was like crazy tatted. Yeah, he was like a triple senior. He was crazy
What,
tatted.
the other Corey?
Yeah, no.
Remember the other Corey? Who
Other
was also
Corey.
a super senior? He was in Pre's class.
Wasn't that middle school?
He always-
No, I remember one super. There was one in middle school. He was in 8th grade, but he should have been in like 10th. And then they just pushed him along anyway, and I never saw him again.
No, this kid was in Pre's class. His name was Corey. He hit. Remember
remember that
he
guy.
What is it? Keon was messing with him, and the guy like swung at Keon's nuts or something, or your nuts. I don't remember who.
No,
he
it
hit.
definitely wasn't me.
Like he always had the military vest on, short. He was like 4 foot.
All I remember is Alex, who was a fucking psych.
Dude was cool as fuck.
I mean, we shouldn't say, I might bleep that last name. But no, Alex was a fucking freak show. I want to know what he's doing these days. Is he in prison yet?
I'm literally, me and Caleb talk about him every day.
Really?
He literally, yeah.
I just
He was
remember.
just so interesting, dude.
I remember him getting caught like 3 times jacking off in class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
crazy.
that, and then of course like the gas mask that he brought into school one day,
Chernobyl.
and then he did the bulletproof
Grapple.
vest.
No, he brought a grapple to school. Remember?
I don't remember the grapple.
Oh, you left. Yeah.
Was that after me?
You were there.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
only like 6 months. He
Yeah,
brought a
dude, literally,
grapple.
Almost at the end of the school year, dude. His goal was to grapple from the science building,
Oh my!
and he did it.
He did it.
He fucking, yeah.
Did he get
dude,
arrested?
yes, dude. He left in handcuffs, bro.
Bro, I want to know if that boy ever hit fucking prison. He had to do some crazy shit. I'm gonna have to look
Bro,
up his
yeah.
name to see. If
There isn't a single time where he. There isn't a single time where he wasn't drawing an AK-47 on his arm, bro. Like it was crazy.
Like I said, it was the weirdest one. I think they actually did a investigation on him after he brought in a bulletproof vest on him.
Yeah.
He had the full bulletproof vest. I think they did an investigation on him and searched him to make sure that he didn't bring any guns because they're like, well, what are you preparing for?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I think
dude.
after the grapple, he had a everyday mandatory backpack search.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, you can tell that there was a screw missing. Not even loose. It was missing. And then, you know, I even knew that. Like, I saw him in a Walmart one time, right? I was walking with my mom, you know, through Walmart, and he just happened to pass through the same aisle as us, and he was like, Dad, I gotta say, I really liked them steaks last night. You know, he also, like, really tried to force his voice, like, kind of weird, too. So he's like,
Yeah.
I really liked them steaks last night.
What's his name? The Rocky. What's his name?
Oh, the
So what? Yeah, that's what you sound like.
About
Yeah,
the actor, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't think of his name right. Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
That's what you sound like right there.
It was great. It was great. I mean, you gotta think he like pushed his neck behind him a little bit, and then he tried to like force his voice lower than what he should have.
That's literally, that was his posture when he was talking.
Yeah, it was only when he was talking. Like he would be natural, and he'd be like, I mean, honestly, what do you think about? Like I said, let's keep the last names out of there. But Blake, do you remember Blake?
Oh, I actually saw him a month ago.
A month ago?
To go do laundry.
He lives in Tennessee.
Yeah, I saw him a month ago. What is it? God. I mean, it doesn't matter because you don't even know probably any of our area anymore.
Not
On
much
49th
anymore.
Street. Yeah, on 49th Street, there's like a bad gas station, and then he was there with like 4 other guys, and then like me and him looked back at each other, like we walked past each other. He was there with his group.
Yeah.
He had like some like super lowered Honda Civic like hatchback. With,
I
like,
wouldn't doubt he
obviously-
had some crazy shit. If
Yeah,
you remember his dad's truck?
Yeah.
Dude, his dad's truck was badass.
His car was like that, bro. His car was like that. Like,
Dude, that's dope.
like I walk past him and like he's talking whatever. I'm just walking by, and we look at each other, keep going, and as I'm walking past him, I probably get like 10 feet, and we both kind of just like I turn around. I was like, "Was that Blake?" And we kind of look at each other, and it looked like he kind of wanted to like wave at me or whatever, but like I turned around again, and then I just got back in my car.
I don't think he ever turned into like an alcoholic, but I know that he's called my woman like twice since we moved to Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah, just like, dude, I'm talking like it'd be like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and he just would call my woman, and he
More than twice.
more than twice is what she tells me. But he would just like he'd be fucking plastered. I'm talking he's already probably down to a pint of Jack. No.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah. No. As soon as he would call her, but yeah, no, we were usually sitting next to each other every time he called. But I'm talking plaster. He's got to have already like a pint of Jack down his system.
Yeah.
Like he was plastered, and we would just have fun talking, and he was great. So you know, we still occasionally talk to him. But the last time I talked to him, it's been a couple years, right?
He's got a girlfriend now.
Yeah, he also had a deaf girlfriend at one point.
Well, no, I mean.
Oh, that's cool.
You didn't know that?
No, that's actually cool.
Yeah,
though.
no, you know, he never took ASL with like I did. But he after high school, he actually ended up with a deaf girl, and he dated her for I want to say it was like a year, and he started learning some sign language to be able to communicate with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Last I heard, like I said, it's been about a year or two. Last I heard, he was still in Tennessee somewhere, and we planned on it. Well, Sergio says last month he was in Florida, so I don't know. You know, he kept moving back and forth. You remember that? I don't know if you remember it as much as I do because
I do remember even in high school he was back and forth.
Well, in I met him first in elementary. I met him 5th grade. He joined literally like a month before 5th grade was done. So that's how I remember it most. Because he was also like the cool kid because he was the only kid with a fucking tattoo in 5th grade. You know, he had the 3 stars and like the swirl around on his back. And I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, no, he had 3 stars and like it was like some swirls that made like a full circle on the 3 stars on his back, like on his shoulder blade. And you know, if you didn't know it, his dad was a tattoo artist. Yeah,
I remember that.
So apparently he tattooed his son at a fairly early age. So I met him in 5th grade, and then we went into middle school, and he was there in middle school. And then he left in the middle of middle school and went to Tennessee, did a couple months, maybe a year, and then came back again. And I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" It's like we picked up right where we left off. And we were still cool with each other. And then, we led into high school where he kept going like in and out. So it's like every once in a while, it's like
high school, yeah.
his parents just
High
kept
school, I didn't
moving to
see that.
Tennessee, and then they would stay there for a few, and then they would come back to Florida, and then they would go back to Tennessee. And so I don't know what the fuck's going on in his life. Maybe I should hit him up too. So there's a lot of research I'm gonna have to do here after this podcast. I'm gonna have to figure out what the fuck happened to Blake. I'm gonna have to figure out the school system.
I don't think his parents are together.
See if
I wouldn't
Alex is
doubt
in
it.
jail or not.
So that's
Oh yeah, see if Alex is in jail or not.
that could have been why he was back and forth.
If Mr. Pre has a successful lawn care business.
I don't know if I can even search that up. Actually, what was his
It's gotta
first
be-
name? Was it? I always thought it started with a J, right?
No, it's just Pre.
It's
That's all
not
I
just
know about
Pre.
That's all I know.
I want to
about.
say
I
his
don't know.
first name started with a J. I don't know if it was like J,
Jonathan.
Jason,
Jonathan
John. I don't remember what it. I want to say it started with a J. It was something. I want to say it was Jason. I want to say his name was Jason Pre.
Jason Pre.
But I can't fully remember. I just know him by Pre.
All I know is if his lawn care business isn't called Pre-Tree Services.
Pre-tree.
Yeah.
That would be fucking fantastic.
Pre-Tree.
Oh shit.
Remember when the girl lost her finger, he would take us outside to watch him like jump on trees and over like benches because we had nothing else to do because we couldn't touch the machines for a while.
I don't remember him doing that. I remember just like
You remember?
the only thing I remember after the incident was if you actually remember, me and you actually made a joke the day of the incident. And we were in the sound engineering class. Remember? We were sitting at the computers, we were trying to like, just do our thing, and then we heard the ambulance roll in and we were like, "Oh god, who died?" And we made
can't remember now.
Oh dude, I remember it vividly. I don't remember if it was after we had already had his class or if it was later in the day that we had his class, but I remember just after the incident, we went into class and he was just sitting there with his head down, fingers like interlocked, just sitting on his desk, and he was just looking down the whole time. Everybody walked in, the bell rung, he was still sitting there like that. Everybody's chit-chatting, having a good time, and then everybody like slowly one by one was like, "Uh-oh." And like, because this is not normal Pre, so we would just sit there, and then everybody one by one just went silent, and then the whole class was just nothing. And then that's when he lifted up his head and told us what happened with her. And everybody was just like in shock. I don't think anybody said anything the rest of the day. I think we just sat in class. I don't think we did anything that day. It was just that story, and everybody was like, "What the fuck? Somebody almost died in here?" Like, fuck. I don't remember anything being said in that class other than just that story.
I honestly can't remember any of that.
I don't remember him actually climbing through some fucking trees or nothing. I remember maybe one time we went out into the outside
area.
and did some shit.
Yeah.
But
He'll take us to the back area, and then he would jump on top of the bench, hold on to a branch, and he was doing like pull-ups, and then he's
I
like,
don't remember that.
That's what he said. He said he never goes to a gym.
Yeah, no,
He
I remember
just
that.
climbs a tree.
I remember he
just
said
climbs a tree,
I
that's
would
the
just
thing.
he said he would climb and run through trees because it works out your micro muscles, which yes, it's realistic.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly how that works. You're using a bunch of different muscles that you usually won't with just standard working out. So it keeps yourself fit. You're not bodybuilding per se.
And for your viewers, Mr. Pre was probably like 7 foot. So imagine like a 7 foot man
Oh, he was like
climbing
six.
trees, bro.
Yeah, he was like 6'4" with a
Bro, he was
full-grown
tall.
beard, like
Ginger
squared
beard,
off. Ginger beard, long. Actually, I think he shaved off his hair after we left. He had.
No, he still had it.
Remember he had that long blonde hair, but he said
Yeah.
the only reason. Hey. He
was
said
him.
he said the only reason why he grew out the long blonde hair was as a to give an example per se. So basically, he was like, I grew out my hair so I can show you. Hey, if you have long hair, put it up in a ponytail and everything. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was on his hippie shit, so maybe he did that on his
Yeah,
own
he
thing
was.
and then try to make an excuse
He had-
for it. I don't know. But here, I guess we can probably just wrap up here. Hey, give me just another minute. Quiet for 1 second, okay? Hey, I said quiet for 1 minute, okay?
You said
Thank you.
1 second. Good
But-
thing you changed it up to 1 minute.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, no, I think we can just go ahead and wrap up here. You know, like I said, I appreciate you being able to stop in. If y'all didn't know, Baz, he was in the middle of going to get his eyeballs tattooed, so we're just gonna leave that be.
Is that real?
Yeah. You didn't
His
know that?
eyeball tattoo?
Yeah, he's getting his eyeballs tattooed.
Why?
I don't know. It's his life, brother. I don't think that deep. I'm not the one fucking him on a
Tattoo
regular
his
basis.
Eyeballs?
But
You're gonna bring that up at the end?
yeah, I mean, we might as well. But yes, but no, like I said, I appreciate you being here and you know, reminiscing and dude, like I said, I greatly appreciate it. But while we're at here at the end, go ahead and tell everybody who you are, where can they find you, you know, all that shit.
Well, I am Awesome. Also, my full thing would be Awesome Games. You can find me Instagram a lot, on TikTok, and obviously Twitch. I'll be streaming on Twitch. Looking for BR games.
You get it.
Hell yeah. So, of course, y'all know I'm Bacid. You can find me on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Fucking, you find me everywhere at this point. But I mainly am streaming on Twitch, so if you want to find all the fun action, you go find me over there. But all right, I love you, brother.
Alright, bro.
I'll see
Love
y'all
you, man.
in the next one.
Peace out.